Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT. We come to you live here tonight from Pikeville, New York, as this is WWE 2K24 Universe Mode, episode 176. Welcome to the show, folks. Welcome to KO Productions. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. And welcome to another exciting show, as always, of NXT. Let's get rid of the action and waste no further time, folks. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. And I've got a lot of big title matches here tonight. We're kicking it off with one of those here tonight, live on the white and gold brand, because the North American title is on the line here right now, live on NXT, folks. And here comes the challenger. The Cardiac Kid has arrived here live in New York, and he looks to become the brand new NXT North American Champion. Here comes the challenger, Wesley. Wesley looks to answer the call tonight of the Champions Challenge, thrown out by North American Champion himself, and I can't believe I'm still saying this, still the champion, Dirty Dominik Mysterio, able to defeat Cesaro for the title and then beat him again a couple of weeks ago in a rematch. Tonight, he battles Wesley for the gold, live in New York with a sold-out crowd ready to enjoy some awesome action tonight. The NXT title will be on the line in the main event tonight as well, folks. Don't miss that one. And the NXT Women's title on the line as well as the finals of the Gold Rush tournament for both men's and women's side go down tonight. Well, technically not the finals, but the title matches awarded by the finalists, awarded to the winners, will take place later on tonight. But coming up right now to kick us off, it's Wesley taking on this man with the North American title hanging in the balance. Here is this sniveling little dirtbag known as Dirty Dominik Mysterio, who is somehow still the North American champion. Beat Cesaro for it a few weeks ago, defeated him in a rematch a couple of weeks ago, and now in his second defense of the title, looks to defend it against Wesley here in this one. Going to be an awesome matchup to kick us off in NXT live from New York City. It's Universe Mode episode 176. Coming up this Sunday is Armageddon Premium Live event. You don't want to miss that show, folks. It is going to be awesome, I will tell you that. But right now, it's going to be a big time matchup. Wesley, Dirty Dom, first time we're seeing it here in this series, and the North American title going to be on the line here in this one. Going to be a fun matchup to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. As there's Dirty Dom showing out with a title. Showing out. This crowd, not the biggest supporters of Dirty Dominik Mysterio, they never are. But let's see if he can hang on to his title here in this one. Going to be a fun way to kick us off, as that's what they're fighting for, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted NXT North American Championship. Let's head down the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, Wesley! And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Dirty Dominik Mysterio.
Thank you, Mike. Both men looking ready. Here we go. North American title set to be on the line here in this one. As Dirty Dom hands over his championship to NXT official Rod Zapata. It could be the last time that Dom gets to do that. Already has one successful defense as champ. Let's see if he can make it another one. We last saw Wesley on an episode of WWE Dark not too long ago, a number of weeks ago now at this rate, defeating Joe Coffey. Let's see how he fares against Dirty Dom with the North American title on the line here in this one. Here we go, man. Big Fight Field, New York City faithful ready for the action as Rod Zapata rings the bell. Matchup underway. North American title on the line. Both men feeling each other out, and look at Dirty Dom. But Wesley, look at this. Oh my, the head scissors takes down Dirty Dom. Big kick there from Wesley, the super kick catching him. And look at that beautiful corkscrew moonsault by the challenger Wesley, who looks to bring the fight here. The Dirty Dom, big shot over the way now. Dominic Mysterio gets him down with a clothesline. And Mysterio's going to slow down the pace in this one as this North American title matchup progresses. Big stomp right there, caught him right in the gut here. Look at this. Oh, Jesus. Caught him there. Look at this, Dirty. Dom off the rope. Springboard attack. Catching West in for the cover. Scoring a 1 count and a kick out by the challenger, Wesley. And look at Dirty Dom. Oh, but West catching him. Big kick there. Dirty goes it again. Takes the fight to Dirty Dom. Middle rope now goes Wesley. Oh, Dirty Dom there. Big kick go by West. And look at this. Beautiful hurricane run off the middle rope there by the challenger Wesley. Big right hand now from West. Look at Wesley going now. Big shots, big strikes, big kicks. And then Wesley grabs a beautiful kick there. Down goes Dirty Dom and a cannonball sent on from the bottom rope. Followed by that corkscrew spinning moonsault again. West covers to become the new North American champion. What a flurry of offense that was. And a kicker at 2 by all of that. By Dirty Dominic Mysterio, who now rolls to the outside trying to catch a breather. But you ain't going to get much in a breather in there. And when you run with Wesley, because there's that toe base suicida now by the challenger West. And I want the apron. Dirty Dom getting to his feet. Double axe handle now by the challenger Wesley, who is taking the fight to Dirty Dom. In the opening stage of this matchup, not for long ago, Dirty Dom able to fight back and a drop kick on the floor. And once again, I jinxed it. As soon as I said this guy's in control, the other guy comes back, fights back. It's the story of this series. It always happens. And now Dirty Dom going to send Wesley back into the ring now. And out top rope, oh man, a springboard drop kick by the champion. And for the cover only to retain the title, kick it at nothing by West though. And Dirty Dom clotheslines him down. And now with a much more quick and nimble Wesley, but Dom can be quick and nimble in his own right. Springboard moonsault off the middle rope by Dirty Dom. Big kick right at the hamstring now. Caught him in the hammy. Big shoulders, big forearms. Wesley, uh-oh. Look at a forearm like an accordion. Canadian destroyer on West. Or by West rather. On Dom. Here's the cover. Do we have a new NXT North American champion? Scoring 2 and a kick out by Dominic Mysterio. My days, he almost had him there off that Canadian destroyer. Wesley now looking again for the cannonball sent on, able to connect with it. And again with that corkscrew spinning moonsault. Big stomp. Dirty Dom though running in with a neck breaker on Wesley, trying to create some separation now in this title matchup. And now it's Dirty Dom. Uh-oh. Oh God, look at this. Paying homage, or maybe not. Maybe just rubbing salt in the wound of the man he wants to be his father. The late great Eddie Guerrero, the Three Amigos by Dirty Dom connects and finds it. Smart top rope now. This could be all she wrote. Dominic Mysterio to retain the North American title. There's the frog splash from the top. Scoring 2 on Lee and a kick out by the challenger. Oh my. Wesley able to survive out of that one somehow, some way. And oh God. Double feet there, right across the eyes of Wesley, and then West flies in. Big forearm there. West off the rope. You'll see this before the cardiac kick by the cardiac kid. And for the cover to become the new North American champion, scoring 2 on Dirty Dom, who's able to kick out. Oh my, Dirty Dom. Almost losing his North American title right there to Wesley. The very game challenger here. And then perches Dirty Dom up on the top rope. This is our first of 3 championship matches tonight. And it could be over with a blink of an eye. Wesley with a Frankensteiner from the top rope. And for the cover now to become the new North American champion. Scoring 2 on Dirty Dom, who once again forced to kick out. And that's great matchup tonight to kick us off on NXT, folks. Big kick rolling out of the way. Dirty Dom drop kick. Finds it smart there. Caught him right in the chest. And now it's Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Picks him up. Spine! A buster. And a penny predicament. There's a 2. Wesley stays in it again. This matchup really picking up here. North American title hanging in the balance. Big fight feel here. Dirty Dom Wesley for the gold here on NXT. Live from Pikeville, New York. Oh, but Wesley not getting hit with that. Dirty Dom completely missing the mark with that springboard attack, but he's still in control. Big stomps. Wesley though getting to his feet. Oh, but big forearm from West. Big jabs. Look at Wesley go. Look at the shots now. Dirty Dom in the corner. Big kick there. And then Wesley with a European uppercut in the corner. Oh, Dirty Dom heading to the outside. Wesley perhaps looking to fly once again. We already saw him fly earlier on. And he's going to do it again. Oh my God, from the top. What a shooting star press to a standing Dom off the springboard. To the outside. Missing the Enzigurito on the floor. And Dirty Dom going to give him that big emphatic spine buster. On the outside of the ring. Dirty Dom now back in. Looking to perhaps retain his title by counter, but where's Dirty Dom? Top base, so I see on Wesley. It's his time to fly now. And the master of this North American title contest to kick us off live on NXT from Pikeville, New York. And a West in trouble. There's the springboard frog splash to the back of the challenger. Here's the cover. Dom to retain the gold now. Storing to Wesley. Stays in it again. And Dom not happy whatsoever there, man. Dirty Dom now picking up Wesley. Wesley's counter right hand connects. Big shot from Wesley. Look at these. Big heavy leather offensive maneuvers. Now West. Second time of the match. Folding Dirty Dom like an accordion. There's the Canadian Destroyer. Here's the cover. Scoring 2. Kick out by Dom. We were so close to being on the verge of having a new champion there, man. But Wesley gonna keep your foot on the gas pedal. Tippy top rope goes Wesley. Spiral tap. Here's the cover. Do we have a new champion? Leg is hooked, shoulders down, scores 2. Dom stays in it again. Dom able to stay in it somehow, some way. And then roll into the corner, trying to create some separation. But Wesley is there. Big kick. Right to the chest. Went for something else. Dirty Dom able to move out of the way. Big shot from Wesley, able to still find its mark. And look at these strikes from Wesley. Look at these strikes by the challenger. Unbelievable. Look at the fly again. Wesley caught him right in the back now. With these heavy offensive strikes. Wesley looking really good here in this one. Looking to perhaps retain. Or looking to maybe win, the North American title. And looking to stop Dirty Dom from retaining. But this is how he won the gold. A small package. Dirty Dom. There's 2 to steal one. And a kick out by Wesley at 2. Went to steal one with that inside cradle. Small package. But now Dirty Dom back in control. Stomping on the neck and head area. Wesley able to move out the way of that one. Big strikes. And now Wesley with that combination of strikes of his own right. Big double foot stomp again. Connecting on Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And the rest of this fantastic matchup tonight here in NXT. Live from Pikeville, New York. Look at Dirty Dom. Look at Wesley there with that standing back flip right into the 619 by Mysterio. That's not what you wanted, West. Top rope now. Dirty Dom to retain the North American title. That slight distraction for West may cost him. Frog slash by Dom. Scoring 2 and retains the North American title. The slight hesitation from Lee didn't capitalise. He just wanted a backflip in front of Dirty Dom. Caught the 619 and splash. And because of that, Dirty Dominic Mysterio is still the NXT North American champion. What a game effort from Wesley. Love him or hate him though, you got to give your props to Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Able to pick up a huge win tonight. Taking down Wesley and retaining his NXT North American Championship. And there you see the title in his hand. Dirty Dom hanging on to his ultimate prize here in the white and gold brands. Like I said, folks, 3 title defenses tonight, and the first one in the book. Dirty Dom still North American Champion here live on NXT from Pikeville, New York. The celebration begins as the crowd not too happy with Dom's victory tonight, but Dom certainly is. But still to come tonight, your main event of the evening. the finalists and the winner of the Men's Gold Rush Tournament, Big Bronson Reed, battles Gunther in the main event for the NXT Championship. A rematch from the first ever episode of NXT. Title on the line and your main event. But coming up next, the winner of the Women's Gold Rush Tournament, Raquel Rodriguez, battles the NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, with a title on the line. It's next, live on NXT.
That is for the NXT Women's Championship.
Here we go, man. What a fantastic tournament. The Gold Rush tournaments for both men and women's side of things truly were. And here comes the winner of the entire tournament, looking to become the brand new NXT Women's Champion here tonight. She went into the Gold Rush tournament not winning a single match here in this series. Now coming out of it, having 3 back-to-back wins and winning the entire thing. In the first round, defeating Candice LeRae. In the second round, the semi-final round, defeating Zoe Stark. And then last week in the finals, defeating the very game and upstart Lyra Valkyria. And now tonight, looking to become the brand new NXT Women's Champion to defeat Rhea Ripley for the gold here in this one. It is the upstart Raquel Rodriguez. Gonna be an interesting one here. 2 big heavyweights in the women's division looking to become the brand new Raquel looking to become the brand new NXT Women's Champion. Rhea looking to hang on to a prize she won all the way back before TakeOver Great American Bash, defeating Bianca Belair on a Title Tuesday episode. Defeating Belair again at Great American Bash, defeating Tiffany Stratton a couple of weeks ago, and now entering her 3rd defense as champion against the winner of the NXT Gold Rush Tournament, Raquel Rodriguez. Let's see who she fares, because Mommy has arrived on NXT, live in Pikeville, New York. Rhea Ripley is here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, man. The NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. She's been a great champion. She lost out on the opportunity to become the first ever NXT Women's Champion against Bianca Belair at TakeOver Stand and Deliver all the way back round the start of the series. But now she is the champion, and she's going in defending her title tonight against the very game Raquel Rodriguez. Let's see how this match fares for both of these women as the title is on the line. We already saw fellow Judgment Day representative Dirty Dominic Mysterio hang on to his NXT North American Championship. Let's see how Rhea Ripley fares in her matchup contested over the NXT Women's Championship, taking on Raquel Rodriguez. It's 2 very different opponents that Dom and Rhea have to go against. The high-flying, exhilarating Wesley and the powerhouse Raquel Rodriguez. But if anybody can put away a powerhouse, it is a fellow powerhouse in the form of the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. Or should I say Rhea Bloody Ripley? As this championship matchup could in fact be that. It could be a bloody mess. It could be a massacre for both women involved. But tonight, only one woman will be walking out the NXT Women's Champion. Here we go, man. Big fight feel. That is what they're fighting for. The beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Women's Championship. Let's head it down on the ring with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel Rodriguez. And her opponent from Adelaide, Australia, the NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Here we go, man. Thank you, Mike Rowe. Is the crowd ready for this matchup? NXT Women's title on the line. Winner of the Women's Gold Rush Tournament, taking on the champ of everybody's hearts, Mammy. As Rod Zapata now has a hold of the NXT Women's Championship, holding it up. That's what they're fighting for here in this one. Raquel Rodriguez has worked so hard throughout the last number of weeks to get to this moment tonight. She doesn't want to make it slip through her fingers. She wants to have a great performance tonight, but not only that, defeat Rhea and win the NXT Women's title. Here we go though, man. Matchup underway. NXT Women's title on the line. Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley duking it out for the gold now. And Raquel, big kicks, big shots, but look at Rhea. Picks her up. Look at the strength of the Eradicator. Oh my, what a big slam. Down goes Rodriguez now. Big kick now by Ripley with the headbutt, but Rodriguez catching her in a big boot, catching her there. Caught her off guard there with that big boot right in the jaw. And now, Raquel Rodriguez face first goes Ripley now. And a big stomp right on the ankle of Rhea. Oh, but Rhea Ripley catching her there. All right, now got her now. Ripley runs in and a double leg takedown. Down goes Rodriguez. In the midst of this championship affair here tonight on NXT is Ripley ground and pound taking a fight to Rodriguez now in this title contest. And a Rhea gonna send Raquel in the corner and a big boot by Ripley. The Eradicator now looking good. In the opening stages of this matchup, with her championship on the line, her third defense of the gold is tonight. Zora defeated Bianca Belair and Tiffany Stratton in championship matches. Bianca, we know, a part of the SmackDown roster, but not only that, she is the top dog on SmackDown as far as the women's division goes, as she is the WWE Women's Champion. She will defend it tomorrow night. She'll defend her gold tomorrow night on SmackDown, taking on Sasha Banks, the inaugural Women's World Champion, over from Monday Night Raw. That's going to be an awesome matchup. But right now, Raquel looking to win the title, and a kick it immediately by Ripley, following that clothesline that we've saw multiple times over the last few weeks by Raquel. The fake throw with the left arm, connecting with the right arm, and now the German release suplex by the champion Ripley here in this one. Now Raquel Rodriguez back on the attack. STO down goes the champ, right back to her feet now. She goes off the ropes and a drop kick by Rodriguez. Off her feet goes the big woman. Both these women are big women, but Raquel got the height advantage. Probably got the strength advantage as well, but both women hella strong. And Ripley with that boot right upside the head, and oh god, Raquel Rodriguez don't want to be there because there's the big headbutts from Rhea Ripley. The deranged, psychotic Ripley taking it to Rodriguez here in this one. And look at Rhea again. Look at this. Oh, Jesus, the big headbutts by Ripley. Connecting onto Rodriguez, and a leg drop into the back of the neck. Didn't get all of it. And now Raquel looking to catch a little breather on the outside now on the apron. Rhea Ripley, big shot, big forearm though from Raquel. And then Raquel back in. Raquel, big shots. Look at Rodriguez going on. Oh my, look at this. Almost like old school here. Look at the strength. Oh. And Rhea Ripley all wrapped up there. And now going to pick up the NXT Women's Champ. Nice counter by Rhea. And then once again, looking to plant her this time in the corner. Sends her down with that big maneuver. And now it's Rhea Ripley. Big right hands on Raquel Rodriguez. Big boot caught, elbow right in the kneecap. Clothesline sent out of the corner by Raquel. And now Rodriguez with a boot in the corner. Beautifully done by the challenger of this NXT Women's title contest. Forearm by Ripley, however. And now Ripley right hand. Uh-oh. Oh, Raquel don't want to be there. Electric chair face buster by Rhea. Connecting on Rodriguez. Here's the cover to retain the NXT Women's title. Scoring 2. Kick out by Raquel. And Rhea's furious that that didn't end the matchup, but you gotta stay on her, Rhea. Middle rope now. Goes the NXT Women's Champion. Waiting for Raquel to get to her feet in this title contest. Drop kick though. Swatted away by Raquel. Swatted away by the challenger. Now Raquel gonna send Rhea out of the corner. Big forearm by Rodriguez. What the hell is she looking for here? Middle rope here. Rodriguez. Oh, look at that. Beautiful twisting. Splash out the corner. Scores 2 on the champ, who's able to kick out. And hold on to her title at least for now. Matchup not done yet. Not by a long shot. Big boot caught. Ripley. Forearm catching her there. And a drop kick. Got her right in the back, and now it's Rhea Ripley in control. Uh-oh, top rope goes the NXT Women's Champion. Rodriguez on the outside, not gonna like the view. Double axe by Rhea. From the top to the floor. Ripley now gonna send Rodriguez back into the ring now. Gonna head back to the top rope. Rhea Ripley looking to fly now. Big splash from the top into the cover, hooks the leg to retain. The NXT Women's title when Rodriguez kicks out again. And Rhea pounding the mat in frustration, but you gotta do more than that to put away Rodriguez. Because the last 4 weeks she has been looking absolutely incredible, looking very impressive, and perhaps looking to be the new champion. Big high angle powerbomb, jackknife cover, 2 count, new champ. No! Very close call there. Raquel Rodriguez, so close to becoming the brand new NXT Women's Champion. But now it's Rhea Ripley. Out of nowhere almost, Riptide on Rodriguez. Didn't go for the cover, but now she will. Leg is hooked, shoulders down on Raquel, grabbing the bottom rope. Great ring awareness by Rodriguez. Knows exactly where she is in the ring. Great veteran instinct as there's a kick right in the midsection on Rodriguez. Smacked to the face by Raquel. Now who these both women go in the midst of this NXT Women's Championship contest. Throwing shots to see what sticks. Back and forth they go, blow for blow, trading shots here in this one. Who's going to get the upper hand in this championship matchup? Rhea Ripley connects with a big right hand. Raquel Rodriguez with one of her own. There's a shot from Rhea. And bam, Raquel connects. As does Ripley. And as does Raquel. And here they go. Hockey fight here in Pikeville, New York. This crowd is loving it. And so am I. Ripley able to get the upper hand. Staggering the challenge over the clothesline by Rhea. Big stomp right on the top of the head. Top rope. Now goes the NXT Women's Champion Eradicator looking to fly with a frog splash. And for the cover on Raquel. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scores a 2 and a kick out by Rodriguez. Ripley has no idea what to do. She's connected with multiple splashes. The Riptide with a rope assist from Raquel Rodriguez. The electric chair facebuster. Neither have been able to put Raquel down, and now Raquel back on the offensive. Look at Rodriguez now. Big flurry of offense. Forearm in the corner. A clothesline on the back of the neck now by Raquel. Picks up the Eradicator to become the brand new NXT Women's Champion. This is the move she used to win the tournament last week against Valkyria. And for the cover, new champ 2 kicked out by Rhea. Oh, so close. Raquel heads back up to the top rope. Looks to fly now. Splash by the challenger. Rhea could be done. Rhea could be out of it. Oh, but she suckered her in. Big kick up the top of the head by Ripley. And a big boot down goes Raquel. And stomping right on the ankle. There's a leg drop by the Eradicator now. And now Rhea Ripley. Oh no. Raquel don't want to be there. Prism trap submission hold by Rhea to retain the NXT Women's title here against Rodriguez live in Pikeville, New York here in NXT. Now Rodriguez able to roll through, able to survive this matchup. Rose under the STO with a title on the line. This could be Raquel's moment though. Raquel got Rhea dazed, picks her up. Rhea's out of it. She's in trouble. Tejada by Rodriguez. Jackknife pin. Do we have a new women's champion? There's 2. Kick out by Ripley. Oh my, it was so close. Raquel almost had her. Raquel almost got the biggest win of her career. Almost winning 4 back-to-back matches. And almost becoming the new NXT Women's Champion. But now, both women top rope, risky situation. Will it pay off for the challenger? Big superplex by Rodriguez. Back into the cover. Hooks the legs, shoulders down. Will this be enough? Scores 2. Raquel Rodriguez. No, not yet becoming the champion. You gotta stay on her. Maybe you can, Raquel. Picks up Ripley. No, big shot. Ripley for the 3rd time this matchup. Picks her up. Oh, but wait a minute. Rhea! Electric chair face buster. Where the hell did she pull that from? And a Rhea Ripley, after all, that's looking to retain the NXT Women's title. Here in this one live from Pikeville, New York. There's the Riptide by the Eradicator. Shoulders down, beautiful pinning predicament, scoring 2, and Ripley retains. And a fantastic contest contested over the NXT Women's title. 2 out of 3 title matches in the books here tonight. And 2 out of 3 title retentions. Rhea Ripley is still the NXT Women's Champion. But what a fight from Rodriguez tonight, and what a matchup that truly was. Congratulations going out to Ripley, who is still your NXT Women's Champion. Commiserations, however, going to Raquel Rodriguez, who brought an incredible fight. And I know for a fact that is not the last time we're going to see Raquel Rodriguez, a top-tier performer in the women's division, a part of NXT. That was a hell of a showing from Raquel, and that's not going to be the last we see of her. Rhea Ripley just escaped Raquel tonight by the skin of her teeth. But what a matchup nonetheless is coming up next, folks, here at NXT. A big cruiserweight showdown coming up here tonight. Big showcase match as Dragon Lee goes one-on-one with Cedric Alexander next here live on NXT from Pikeville, New York. Here we go, man. Gonna be a fun one. Big cruiserweight showcase matchup here tonight between the Dragon and Alexander. And here comes fan favorite to the NXT roster, Dragon Lee.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Dragon Lee.
Lee set for action here live on NXT when we come back here tonight from New York. And we're back live on NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Cedric Alexander making his way to the ring. It's been a while since we saw Cedric. I believe the last time we saw him, he lost to former Cruiserweight Champion JD McDonough with a title on the line. Tonight he battles Dragon Lee. The last time we saw Dragon Lee, he lost to current NXT Cruiserweight Champion Ilya Dragunov in a banger of a matchup contested over the Cruiserweight Championship. Both men coming off the losses over the Cruiserweight title. Both men looking to bring back big wins. Let's see who gets it. Here in your penultimate match of the evening. Once the panel rings the bell, it's Dragon Lee, it's Cedric. Underway right now. Colorable tap as Cedric able to get the upper hand there. Nice kick. And Alexander with an elbow drop. Caught him right in the chest now. I know most of you are probably wondering, we're still in 2K24 when 2K25 is literally still out. It's clearly simply just down to the case that we're not done telling the story. We're still to tell here in 2K24. We're going to finish this series off. We've still got Armageddon this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. The pay-per-view, the PLE, after that will be King of the Ring, then Survivor Series, then we're doing Clash at the Castle in Scotland, then we're doing Evolution, the first ever women's PLE, then the Rumble, then the Chamber, then it's WrestleMania. We're going to be done by maybe like September, October time here in this series, and then we will just continue where we left off in 2K26, most likely. So that is what is going down. For those unaware, but Cedric Alexander, beautiful tornado DDT off the springboard, gets a nothing count on Dragon Lee, and there's a clothesline taking Dragon down. And now Cedric in the corner, again with a DDT in the corner. Covers again, lateral press on Lee, this time gets one. Only a one though. Lee able to kick out again. Cedric Alexander looking good here, at least for now. Big elbow on the top of the head, and Dragon Lee with a drop kick. Dragon Lee, nice stomps, and interestingly, it's Dragon Lee who is slowing the pace down. Well, not for long. Standing shooting star, but Cedric with the knees up, and Cedric off the ropes. Nice on Dragon Lee. But it is mostly Dragon Lee who is the slower man in this matchup. Comes around, big kick there by Lee. On a stomp right on the ankle by Lee. Middle rope now goes Dragon. Look at a fly here. Big splash connecting off the middle rope. And now Dragon Lee waiting for Cedric Alexander to get to his feet off the apron now. What is Dragon Lee thinking here? Beautiful flipping Hurricane Rana by Lee. And he runs him. I've seen him do this before. And a powerbomb. Sit out pinfall. Lee for the win here. Stolen to an Alexander who's able to stay in it. Here live in New York. And Dragon Lee, nice kick there. Didn't get all of it. Main event will be up next, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the men's Gold Rush tournament, Big Bronson Reed, battles the ring general Gunther for the NXT Championship in a rematch from the first ever episode of NXT from the inaugural NXT Championship tournament back at the start of the series. Gunther, of course, winning that matchup, going all the way to the finals at WrestleMania, losing to Keith Lee. But the chapter with Gunther and Lee finally over after 2 weeks ago here in NXT. Gunther defeating Lee in a 2 out of 3 falls match, contested over the NXT Championship 2 to 1. Alexander Big Splash, Froggy style off the top rope, gets a 2 count on Lee and a kick out. Let's it for the main event coming up next. Reed and Gunther do battle in a rematch from the first ever episode of NXT here in this series. This is episode 176. And now Dragon Lee back on the offensive, now drop kick followed by the shooting star press, able to connect this time with it. Nicely done. And now Dragon Lee in the corner, knee pad down. Dragon Lee is ready to put Cedric down, perhaps, and there's that big knee connecting. Beautifully done by Lee. Here's the cover, and Alexander grabbing the bottom rope. Official didn't even see it. And Alexander forced to kick out. It was right in front of you, Roddy. You fucking blind? Jesus, damn. Big, another shooting star standing style. Alexander on the outside. Dragon Lee with a toe base. Suicida taking out Alexander on the floor. After connecting with an incredible knee strike. It looks like Dragon Lee back on the offensive in this matchup, and look at that. Springboards in with a frog splash to the back of Alexander. Here's the cover, Lee for the win. Here in NXT, and a close call. Very close. And a kick out there from Cedric Alexander. And now, Dragon Lee, oh, big kick by Cedric. They got the upper arm and playing possum. Alexander now, big kick to the midsection. Brainbuster by Alexander on Lee. Here's the cover for a huge win. Here in NXT, Cedric to get it done. Scoring 2 on Lee, who's able to stay in it. Dragon Lee staying alive here in this incredible contest. Now it's Cedric Alexander. Wheelbarrow, not a wheelbarrow rather, a cannonball sent off from the bottom rope. Went for the second one, but not connecting. Hurting his back there in the process. Dragon Lee, big right hand and an operation. Dragon and Alexander. This might do it. Here's the cover by Lee. Scoring 2 on Cedric, who somehow kicks out again. This matchup rolls on live on NXT from Pikeville, New York. Awesome matchup this evening. Dragon Lee heads up top rope, big splash by Lee. Hooks the leg again of Cedric. Shoulders down, scoring 2. Gets no! I was going to say gets the win, but not yet anyway. As Cedric once again staying alive. On a nice knee there as Dragon went after the arms of Alexander. Big right hand from Cedric and Alexander lumbar check. Unreal. Here's the cover on Dragon Lee of lumbar check. 2 count under kick out this time by Lee. Lee now staying it off the lumbar check. Unbelievable. Look at Cedric off the ropes now. Now a rope springboard attack out the corner. And a nice elbow drop now. Keeping Dragon Lee grounded in this cruiserweight showcase matchup. Will they get a shot at the Cruiserweight title if they win this? Will they get a shot at the North American title? Who knows? But Dragon Lee and Cedric putting him a great showcase for all to see as Lee now gets a second win and gets the upper hand on Cedric. Cedric now getting to his feet. Dragon Lee off the ropes. There's that knee! Crumbled in front of the feet of Dragon Lee. Cedric could be out of it. Lee to win it all here and a kick it again by Alexander. Unreal, almost had it there. Oh, look at Cedric to steal it. Shoulders down, inside cradle, scoring 2, kicked out by Lee. Man, that was close. Alexander almost had him. And Alexander dropping the knee right in the face, or I should say the mask of the Dragon. Big clothesline now. Here comes Alexander, trying to find a flurry of his own now in the corner, big flying line. Off the ropes, ducks this one from Dragon Lee, and there's a beautiful flying clothesline from Cedric, who is feeling it here live on NXT. Picks up Dragon Lee, here in your penultimate match of the evening, second time of the matchup, brainbuster by Alexander. Oh, but he's not even done yet. Picks him up, deadlift, Fisherman Buster on Lee. Cedric's gonna get it, scoring 2. Oh, a kick out by Dragon Lee, unbelievable. Oh, look at Lee, Lee the still one now. Victory roll here, Alexander scoring 2, kick out. Oh my days, look at Dragon, there's that powerbomb again. What a matchup here in NXT. These two men putting in a hell of a fight. Dragon Lee in the corner, looking to wrap it up now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put in Pikeville, New York. Go, what's coming? Operation Dragon on Alexander. That should do it. Here's the cover leg, his hook shoulders down, scoring 2, gets the win. Dragon Lee victorious in an outstanding contest here live tonight on NXT, folks. Great matchup here tonight. Lee and Alexander putting on a banger for this live audience and for everybody watching at home here tonight. Live in Pikeville, New York, and it's Dragon Lee who walks out victorious. Alexander putting in a hell of a shift, but it did not really mean much when you're in there with Dragon Lee pulling the knee pad up as well. Great action all round here tonight on NXT. We've still got our main event to come, which will be coming up next. Title matchup still to be had. But congratulations going out to Dragon Lee. As let's get into it, folks, because it's now time for your main event of the evening. Here tonight live on NXT from Pikeville, New York. The NXT title's on the line as the men's Gold Rush tournament winner Bronson Reed challenges Gunther for the gold. It's next. The Gold Rush tournament has been a fantastic little series here on the NXT brand, and it's now time for it to come to a close here in your main event. We saw the Women's Gold Rush tournament winner Raquel Rodriguez fall short to Rhea Ripley earlier on. Let's see how the men's Gold Rush tournament winner can fare against this man, the NXT champion, the Ring General, Gunther, defeating Keith Lee at NXT TakeOver Great American Bash to become the new NXT champion. Defeating him again 2 weeks ago in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup to hang on to his championship, and this is Gunther's second defense as NXT champion since winning the gold at TakeOver Great American Bash. And let's not forget, he defeated Big Bronson Reed in the first episode of NXT, the second ever match in NXT history right here in this series here on KO Productions. And it's the Ring General looking to prove that he is the most dominant NXT champion in the history. He is the most dominant champion, full stop, in the history of NXT, and he's the most dominant competitor, full stop, in the history of the WWE. But someone has got something to say about that, and that's his opponent here tonight, who looks to avenge his loss in the first ever episode of NXT to the Ring General, who looks to win gold tonight from Gunther, and is the Big Aussie, Bronson Reed, winning the entire Gold Rush tournament. The first round having a big meaty man showdown against Oba Femi, defeating Femi in the first round in a fantastic contest. Then in the second round, the semi-final stages, able to get past Trick Williams, and then of course last week in the finals, defeating the Archer of Infamy Damian Priest in a fantastic contest to be here tonight to call his shot and to fight Gunther in a rematch from the first ever episode of NXT for the NXT Championship here this evening. It's going to be an awesome one here in your main event live from Pikeville, New York, for all the marbles. NXT title on the line. This crowd ready for the action. So am I. That's what they're fighting for, folks. The beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Championship. Let's head down to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
And his opponent from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds, the NXT champion, Gunther.
Thank you, mate. Here we go. Big Fight through your main event. Already underway for the NXT Championship as Rod Zapata holds up the gold here tonight in your main event. The winner of the Gold Rush Tournament battles the champion Gunther for the gold here in this one. Main event live on NXT. Officially underway. Here we go. Matchup is underway, folks. Big shot from Gunther to start us off. That smacks right on Reed, and then Bronson Reed coming right back with smacks of his own. Could have avenged lost in the first ever episode of NXT, and Gunther swats him down. Big knife edge chop off the ropes, out of the way of that offensive maneuver there from Gunther. We've seen multiple times. Reed able to knock him down off his feet now. Now it's Bronson Reed picks up Gunther on a side suplex connected. And Reed with an elbow drop on Gunther. Beautiful connection there. Now it's Bronson Reed catching Gunther and a big stomp and walking right through him now. Big kick right at the side of the head and a big ass right to the midsection of the champion Gunther. Gunther tried that earlier on. Reed was able to connect with it now. Knife edge chop in the corner. Gunther able to block and a big kick. Off the rope now goes Gunther. Oh, and a knife edge chop of his own and a second one. And a clothesline connecting by Gunther. Now look at the ring general now. Slamming Bronson Reed's head under the mat, and now it's Gunther! Oh my god! Big ass there, connects that time. Oh, but the knee does not connect. That's why you should wear knee pads. Gunther, big DDT by the challenger Bronson Reed, who looks to win gold for the first time here in this series, but it's Gunther takes him down. Big drop kick and got him against the ropes now. Look at this choke against the ropes. The official's going to do something about that there. What's the better just standing there? He's going to do something about that choke on the rope. And now it's Bronson Reed kicks Gunther away and chops Gunther down now. Now it's the champion getting shot for his troubles. And now it's Bronson Reed. Oh, look at that. There's a big shoulder breaker here. But Gunther's leg under the bottom rope. I doubt Gunther would have tapped out to that maneuver anyways. With the NXT Championship on the line. Matchup just begun about 2 minutes ago. Gunther now going to turn Reed around, and I know a submission of his own here. Boston Crab by the NXT Champion. Rod's up out of there to check on Reed. Well, Reed sap out here in the midst of this title contest, and Bronson Reed able to shift his weight. And look at the strength here with Reed. Oh, release German suplex on the champion now. And an elbow drop by Bronson Reed in this title showdown. Here in your main event from NXT, live from Pikeville, New York. Missing that big ass splash on Gunther. And it was Gunther, big right hand. Didn't get all of it. Smacked to the face off the ropes. A clothesline. A wicked clothesline at that. Back of the ring getting out Gunther. In this NXT Championship matchup, the second defense of Gunther only defeated Keith Lee for the title at Great American Bash, and then defeated him in a rematch 2 weeks ago because War Games did happen a number of weeks ago as well for Gunther, which Imperium were unsuccessful in, giving Keith Lee another shot at the title. But now it's Bronson Reed who could win the title right here. Reed now, big senton. And for the cover for the NXT title, leg hook, shoulders down, scoring. 2 Gunther kicks out. You've got to imagine though, even though Gunther's probably not a 100% due to his battle with Keith Lee a couple of weeks ago and 2 out of 3 falls. That was a hellacious matchup. You still got to imagine Gunther is better than most of the roster when he's not 100%. But well, that includes Bronson Reed. Right now it's not looking like it. It's Reed with a tope crossbody to the outside, taking out the ring general now. Taking out the NXT champion. And it sends him back into the ring. Gunther in trouble. Top rope goes Bronson Reed to become the brand new NXT champion. So now by Reed to win it already. Gunther could be out of it. New champion here. 2 count kick out by the ring general. Oh my, very close call. Gunther almost losing his NXT title to Bronson Reed right there. Oh, Gunther no STO, and he ain't having it. He ain't having it now against Bronson Reed. Oh, look at the strength now. of Gunther. Picks up Bronson Reed in a beautiful senton, or not a senton, rather a beautiful gut wrench. Oh, clothesline sends Reed in the corner. And Gunther with a big knee in the corner of Bronson Reed. And he's stomping away in the back of the neck of the challenger. And now picking him up by his thick neck. And locks in a big sleeper hold. This is the move Gunther used to win the NXT title. Keith Lee tapped out to this move at the Great American Bash. Well, Reed tap out to it. Gunther to retain. Referee Bronson Paddle looking at him very closely to see if Reed submits here and Gunther retains the title. But Reed able to break free of that massive grip of the champion Gunther. Bronson Reed able to escape now. And now it's Reed. Picks up the ring general. And there's a big sidewalk slam now by Bronson Reed. Finding his mark there. And then look at the strength of the big Aussie. Oh yeah! Thick bar throwing him around the ring like he's nothing. Elbow drop down in the back now by Bronson Reed. Another one this time out of the way by Gunther. And now Gunther. Oh, there's that drop kick. Oh, that running bullet. Bullet-like drop kick by Gunther. Now picking up Reed with the last symphony now by Gunther. Here's the cover to retain the NXT title here in your main event. And a kick out by Bronson Reed. Reed somehow still staying in it here in your main event. Live from Pikeville, New York. NXT title on the line. And just like the women's matchup we saw earlier, we'll see these two showdown. Blow for a blow, back and forth these two goers, they trade shots here in this main event to see what sticks with the NXT title hanging in the balance. Big right hand from Reed. Gunther with a knife edge chop connecting. Bronson Reed firing right back. Gunther knife edge again, no block by Reed. Reed with a stroke block by Gunther. And then Bronson Reed able to get the upper hand now, clotheslines the ring general down. And now Gunther rolls to the outside, trying to catch a breather. But now Bronson Reed on the outside, tsunami on the floor of Gunther. Tsunami by Bronson Reed. Reed could become the new champion right here. He just hit him with a tsunami on the floor. The second tsunami of the match. Shoots the half. Hooks the leg on the inside now. Reed towing the title. 2 count. Kick out by Gunther. Oh my days. That was so close. Bronson Reed almost becoming the new NXT champion. But he's not done just yet. Powerbomb by Bronson Reed now. Reed back in for the cover to become champion. There's 2. Another kick out by Gunther. What's it gonna take? Gunther kicking out of everything that Bronson Reed's thrown at him. And they're kicking him away now as the ring general. In the midst of this title showdown. Big smack straight to the face of Gunther. Of Reed rather by Gunther. Now Gunther picks him up. Oh, there's that gut wrench again. Big knee, perfectly placed right in the top of the head of Bronson Reed. Oh, Reed to the outside. Now it's gone through the top rope. Gunther with a splash to the floor by the ring general on Bronson Reed now. And Gunther picks Reed back up. Gonna sit him in the ring in this title matchup. This could spell the end. A big Bronson Reed getting picked up. Gunther now flying him with a powerbomb. Jackknife pin to retain the NXT title. Score 2. Reed stays on it. Reed kicks out. There's still a chance for Reed to win gold here on NXT. Big stop and Gunther submission hold. Dragon sleeper. Oh, Reed's in trouble. And your main event. Dragon sleeper cinched in tight here by the ring general. Gunther got a locked in tight. Reed's in trouble. He's in a world of hurt, ladies and gentlemen, and he's able to fight out of it. Bronson Reed rolls through the clothesline. Down goes the ring general now. Getting to his feet. Reed waiting in the wings, waiting for his moment. Big overhand shot by Bronson Reed. Picks up Gunther. Axe driver drops him in the top of his head. Here's the cover. Do we have a new NXT champion? Scores 2. Gunther kicks out again. How many times is he gonna kick out? Bronson Reed, all he wants is revenge from the first ever episode of NXT to get his win back and call himself the brand new NXT champion. Metal rope flies in there. In for the cover again, shoulders down on the ring general. 2 count, another kick out by Gunther now. What the hell's that gonna take? My days, big stop, going through the way, there's that drop kick again. What a matchup in your main event. Here tonight of NXT from Pikeville, New York, Gunther again, big spinning Uranagi by the NXT champion. Now he's just toying with a big man Bronson Reed. I don't know how wise this is from Gunther. Big shots there, Gunther now, big smack right to the face of Reed, and there's that A-Fest shot, sends him right back down. Now it's Gunther who is so important, showing off here in your main event of NXT, stomping away on Bronson Reed. Look at these stomps. My days, went for another one. Bronson, moving out the way, there's that running DDT by Bronson Reed now. And then Reed picks up Gunther to become the NXT champ. Wait for some there. Big kick though by Gunther. And now it's Gunther with that shot. Back on the offensive. Second shot by Gunther. Reed's rolling to the outside. Gunther now off the apron. Big senton on the floor on Bronson Reed. Oh, what a great matchup this has been. But it looks like it could potentially be the Emperor Bronson Reed here in this one. Big stomp right in the back of the neck. And now Gunther to retain the title the same way he won it. Rear naked choke. Nowhere for Reed to go. He's in trouble. Runs a paddle looking at him very closely to see if Reed taps, which he does. Gunther retains the NXT title here tonight in your main event. Live from Pikeville, New York. Wowee, what a contest here tonight. And what a great victory by the NXT champion, still your champion, the Ring General Gunther, who defeats Bronson Reed for the second time here in this series. What a matchup and what a show it's been, folks. That's all we have time for here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight for this fantastic show here on NXT. Join us tomorrow for another exciting installment of SmackDown. You don't want to miss it. And we'll see you then, folks. Until then, take care. And we'll see you soon. Peace!